Hello and welcome. Departures Capital is a paid content platform and may have received compensation from the companies featured in this content. This material has been distributed on behalf of those companies and may include forward-looking statements as well as technical information reviewed by a qualified person. Please refer to the description below for our disclaimer and visit our website at departurescapital.com for the full disclaimer and disclosure details. What's going on, guys? This is Aaron from Departures Capital, and we're here with Nico Kako, CEO of Blue Sky Uranium. Pleasure to have you on today, Nico. How are you doing?
Great, Aaron. Thanks for having me on your program.
Definitely. I'm excited to be talking about uranium. So we also have to mention that this video was brought to you on behalf of Blue Sky Uranium. So it's a pleasure to have you on today. Could you start by telling us a bit more about yourself and the company?
Myself, I'm the CEO and president of Blue Sky Uranium. Blue Sky Uranium is a uranium exploration company, as its name states, and we're focused on discovering and developing uranium assets in Argentina. So in Argentina, what we have is not just a new uranium discovery, we've uncovered an entire new district. A district that's over 300 kilometers, that's over 145 kilometers in length by 50 kilometers wide. It's an enormous zone. And this area has geological similarities to some of these zones in Kazakhstan, where is one of the largest producers of uranium in the world. So, and some of the lowest costs. So we have here a district with characteristics to produce some of the multiple deposits, potential to produce multiple deposits, to rank amongst the largest uranium deposits in the world, as well as some of the world's lowest potential operating costs. A very, very exciting and unique opportunity in the uranium space.
Very interesting. So let's talk a bit about your project now. So Blue Sky Uranium's Amarillo Grande Project has been described as a potential game changer, especially with recent drilling indicating significant widths and high grades. Could you elaborate on how these findings impact the project's economics and its position in the global uranium market?
Absolutely. The Amarillo Grande is the name of the district that I just finished describing. This is an enormous district. And within this district, we have uncovered a new deposit that's got just over 17 million pounds of uranium, 8 million pounds of vanadium, and we've recently been able to joint venture this deposit with one of the most prominent industrial business groups in Argentina that are advancing this through to feasibility study, trying to fast track it, as well as then go through the development process and put it into production. So it's a very exciting and advancing story. And while that's happening, we have the remaining enormous district here that we'll be focusing on making additional discoveries.
So shareholders are keen on understanding how the company plans to enhance value. What initiatives or milestones should current and prospective investors anticipate in the coming year that aim to drive shareholder value?
Well, most of the shareholder value is going to get derived from our advancing of our Ivana deposit, our flagship project. As this gets advanced, and now we're looking to fast track that to complete the economic feasibility studies that are up ahead. As we fast track that and then make a decision to move forward towards production, I think we're going to see all these decisions being made out over the next 12 months. And I'm hoping to have sort of monthly updates to update that. So that's going to be a very significant value driver for the company. And beyond that, the exploration work on our other projects that we own 100% are also going to be moving forward. So we're going to be having multiple news coming out of there, and it's going to be this indeed is a very exciting time to be invested in Blue Sky Uranium.
Definitely. So let's talk now about, the uranium market. Everybody wants to learn, a little bit more. So with the global push towards clean energy, the uranium sector is experiencing renewed interest. How does Blue Sky position itself within this evolving landscape, and what is your outlook for the market, let's say in the next 5 to 10 years? Because it was super hot for a while and then cooled off a bit. I'd love to hear, what you anticipate's next for the sector.
Well, yeah, I agree. I mean, the gap in being able to supply additional uranium is still there. It continues to be there, and it's projected to get greater. There isn't enough uranium to power the electricity energy needs that are being projected to go forward. And all that power, we can have solar power, we can have hydropower, we can have wind power. These are all intermittent energies. Uranium arguably the most efficient, safe, baseload form of energy and consistent that can supply the electrical needs for the coming future here as these needs begin to increase. And uranium itself is in many cases is difficult to find in economic quantities, and it's usually difficult to extract. But what we have in Argentina is our project is on surface. It has characteristics like those deposits that we see in Kazakhstan. Now, Kazakhstan supplies nearly half the world's uranium, so simply because it's the type of geology there, and it is amenable to very low cost production. We're seeing the same thing in our deposit here in Argentina. So we're positioning ourselves in terms of being able to get to production as quickly as possible. And then beyond that, we're looking at in terms of where we could potentially sell our uranium. And Argentina, most investors don't realize, is a very advanced nuclear country with a very sophisticated nuclear regime there. They're probably going to be our #1 customer and buy most of the uranium that we produce. So I think we are extremely well positioned right now, and we are in Argentina the largest and most advanced uranium exploration company.
That's very exciting. I love to hear your plan. So yeah, we'll be, making more videos. We'll have you back on. Thank you for the intro to the company. Take a look at it. And thank you, Nico. We'll be chatting with you soon. Best of luck.
My pleasure. Thank you.